Dawn in the Delta, the Chalcolithic era. The air hangs heavy with the scent of river silt and blooming water hyacinths. Cicadas thrum a steady rhythm in the humid air. We stand on the banks of a mighty river, its waters swirling with the confluence of countless tributaries. This is the delta of the Ganges and Brahmaputra, the fertile cradle of ancient Bangladesh. We've journeyed back to the Chalcolithic period, around 2500 BCE, a time when copper tools first gleamed in the hands of skilled artisans. The people here live in small, dispersed settlements, their lives intrinsically linked to the ebb and flow of the rivers. They cultivate rice, fish in the teeming waterways, and hunt deer in the dense jungles that fringe the delta. Their tools, fashioned from copper and stone, are testaments to their ingenuity. They create beautiful pottery adorned with intricate geometric designs. These artifacts, unearthed from the depths of time, whisper tales of a people who thrived in this watery realm. These early inhabitants worship nature deities, their rituals intertwined with the cycles of the seasons. The rivers are their lifeblood, the land their provider. They revere the sun, the moon, and the spirits of the forest. Their beliefs, though simple, are deeply rooted in the land they inhabit. They understand the delicate balance of nature and strive to live in harmony with its rhythms. This is a world untouched by empires, a time of innocence and primal connection to the earth. The Chalcolithic period lays the foundation for the complex tapestry of cultures that will eventually weave the story of Bangladesh. These early inhabitants, with their simple tools and deep reverence for nature, are the ancestors of a nation yet to be born. Their legacy lives on in the fertile soil, the flowing rivers, and the enduring spirit of the land. Centuries passed, and new powers emerged. The Gangaridai kingdom, mentioned in Greek accounts, held sway in the region. They were known for their military prowess, boasting a vast army of elephants and soldiers. Alexander the Great himself hesitated to confront them, marking an early testament to the region's strength. The Mauryan Empire, under the legendary Ashoka, extended its reach into Bengal, leaving behind inscriptions and edicts that testify to their reign. The Gupta Empire, a golden age in Indian history, also left its mark on Bengal. Art and literature flourished under their patronage. The region became a center of learning and trade, attracting scholars and merchants from afar. These ancient kingdoms, with their shifting alliances and rivalries, shaped the political landscape of Bengal for centuries. Their stories, passed down through generations, provide a glimpse into the distant past. Hinduism and Buddhism took root in Bengal, leaving an enduring legacy on the region's culture and society. The Pala dynasty, fervent patrons of Buddhism, ruled for over 4 centuries. They established renowned monasteries like Vikramashila and Somapura, attracting scholars from across Asia. These centers of learning produced countless manuscripts and works of art, contributing to the flourishing of Buddhist thought. However, the Sennar dynasty, staunch followers of Hinduism, later rose to prominence. They shifted the balance of power, promoting Hindu rituals and traditions. Temples dedicated to Shiva and Vishnu were erected, becoming focal points for religious devotion. This period witnessed a complex interplay between the two faiths, with periods of harmony and coexistence alongside times of tension and competition. The arrival of Islam in the 8th century CE added another layer to the religious tapestry of Bengal. Early Muslim traders and preachers found a receptive audience among the local population. The message of equality and social justice resonated with many, leading to gradual conversions. Mosques began to appear alongside temples and monasteries, reflecting the growing influence of Islam in the region. This period laid the groundwork for the significant role Islam would play in Bengal's future. In 1352, Shamsuddin Ilyas Shah founded the independent Bengal Sultanate, marking a turning point in the region's history. This sultanate, ruled by a succession of dynasties, ushered in an era of economic prosperity and cultural efflorescence. Trade flourished, connecting Bengal to a vast network stretching from the Middle East to Southeast Asia. The sultans patronized art, architecture, and literature, creating a unique blend of Islamic and Bengali traditions. The Mughal Empire, with its vast armies and centralized administration, extended its rule over Bengal in the 16th century. Akbar, the Mughal emperor renowned for his religious tolerance, incorporated Bengal into his vast domain. The region, known for its fertile land and skilled artisans, became a prized possession of the empire. Mughal governors administered the province, collecting taxes and maintaining order. Dhaka, known as Jahangirnagar under Mughal rule, rose to prominence as a center of trade and administration. The city's strategic location on the banks of the Buriganga River made it a hub for commerce. Mughal architecture left an enduring mark on the cityscape, with mosques, forts, and gardens reflecting the grandeur of the empire. The Mughal era, while marked by periods of conflict and rebellion, left a lasting impact on Bengal's cultural and political landscape. 4. Under British rule. The Battle of Plassey in 1757 marked a watershed moment in Bengal's history. The East India Company, a British trading enterprise, defeated the Nawab of Bengal, Siraj-ud-Dowlah, securing control over the region. This victory paved the way for British colonial rule, which would last for nearly 2 centuries. The company, driven by profit and expansion, exploited Bengal's resources, draining its wealth and undermining its traditional industries. Bengal became a key province in British India, supplying raw materials and serving as a market for British manufactured goods. Calcutta, the company's capital, grew into a bustling metropolis, attracting merchants, administrators, and laborers from across the subcontinent. British policies, often driven by self-interest, had a profound impact on Bengal's social and economic fabric. Land reforms, designed to maximize revenue, led to the impoverishment of many rural communities. The rise of nationalism in the late 19th and early 20th centuries saw Bengalis increasingly chafing under British rule. Leaders like Rabindranath Tagore and Subhas Chandra Bose emerged, advocating for self-determination and independence. The partition of Bengal in 1905, an attempt to weaken the nationalist movement, only fueled further discontent. The seeds of resistance, sown during this period, would eventually blossom into a full-fledged struggle for freedom. Section 5. Freedom's Dawn. The end of British rule in 1947 brought about the tumultuous partition of India and the creation of Pakistan. Bengal, divided along religious lines, saw its Muslim-majority eastern half become East Pakistan, separated from its western counterpart by over 1,000 miles of Indian territory. This division, fraught with tensions from the outset, sowed the seeds for future conflict. The people of East Pakistan, facing linguistic and cultural discrimination, soon began to demand greater autonomy. The Awami League, led by Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, spearheaded the movement for self-determination, advocating for Bengali as an official language and demanding economic and political equality. The Pakistani government's brutal crackdown on these demands ignited a full-scale liberation war in 1971. The 9-month war, marked by widespread atrocities and a massive refugee crisis, saw the emergence of the Mukti Bahini, a guerrilla force fighting for Bangladesh's independence. India's intervention in December 1971 proved decisive, leading to the surrender of Pakistani forces and the birth of a new nation, Bangladesh. The victory, hard-won and steeped in sacrifice, marked a new chapter in the history of this resilient land.